Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called Don't Regret by t.A.T.u. And we're going to end up capoing this on 3rd fret to match the recording, but we'll walk through a couple things in root position. And we're going to start off with kind of that intro, which kind of is slightly ambient, but it kind of happens around a C major chord when we play C major. First finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret, and third finger on the A string 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, it sounds a C major chord and it sounds really happy. Now you may also want to think about lifting off the 1st finger and making that a C major 7, or you could add in the pinky on the B string 3rd for kind of a C major 9 and kind of say some things around C chords in general. And on the intro, you may even want to kind of work just a down idea, actually kind of an A down idea could be kind of a cool thing through that around the C. And randomly at the very, very end of the intro, you'll kind of hear where it opens up into a C major 7. So you may want to play around with kind of lifting off that 1st finger for the C. Or one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if you took the C and tried that a lot, you'd have down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, which could kind of work for the intro too. And later on, actually, especially when the drums kick in, you'll kind of feel this as kind of a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, up, down, up. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is long down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the C and do it down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's what you'd be doing on the 1st beat. Then on the 2nd beat, you do it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you'd be going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the 3rd beat, you'd be doing it up on 2, down on 3. So you'd be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And on the last beat, you'd be going down, up, down, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, 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 down. So all together, you got down. That intro, then we'll be going into our main verse progression. And we start on an A minor chord. Then we play A minor. 1st finger stays on the B string 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the G string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. Now while you're on A minors, you may want to think about lifting off the 1st finger and making that an A suspended 2nd, or adding in the pinky on the B string 3rd for an A sus and kind of say some things around A minor. Or you could lift off the 3rd finger and make it an A minor 7. Or you could take the pinky and add it on the high E 3rd for an A minor 7, kind of say some things around the A minor. And then from the A minor we go to a C major chord. And then we do another C. And then we go to a D minor chord. Then we play D minor. 1st finger goes to the high E on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G string 2nd fret, and the 3rd or the 4th finger on the B string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D minor chord and it sounds really sad. Now you may also want to think about lifting off the 1st finger, making that a D suspended 2nd. Or you could add in the pinky on the high E 3rd for a D sus and kind of say some things around the D minor. And then from the D minor, we'll be going to an F major chord. And we'll talk about an easy way to play this, but normally you do it as a bar on 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the A 3rd fret, pinky on the D string 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major chord and it sounds really, really happy. Now you may also want to think about using an F major 7, where you do the 1st finger on the B string 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G 2nd fret, the 3rd finger on the D string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7, which sounds really groovy. And randomly, while you're on the F, you could kind of lift off the 1st finger of that. That would be kind of an F major 7 with a sharp 11. Or you could add in the pinky on the B string 3rd fret, kind of for a D note, kind of almost make it an F major 13 kind of sound. So you may want to kind of play around with that, kind of adding notes to that too. And then from the F, we go to the G major chord. We play G major. 1st finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the low E string 3rd fret, and 3rd finger on the high E string 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord and it sounds really happy. Now you may also want to think about putting the 3rd finger on the B string 3rd, pinky on the high E string 3rd for your G major if you have anything on that sound. So So if we tried that chord progression with kind of our downs, we could do our strumming, just kind of that 8 down idea. A minor, C, C, D minor, D minor, F, G. Or you can do the down, down, up, up, down. Pattern. The weird part about that is it'll kind of take the place of 2 of our chords. So you'd have the whole pattern on the A minor and the whole pattern on the C, and then we'd have that whole pattern on the D minor. But then when you get to the F and G, you may want to have it, and you can do kind of a down, down, down on each of those chords to do that. Or if you're a little bit more adventurous, you could split the strum pattern and have F with a down, 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 up, and then go to the G for the up, down, down, up, down. So through our verse chorus that way, you'd have the A minor, C, D minor, F, G, A minor, C, D minor, randomly you will hear these cool little arpeggios, especially when that progression starts. And if you wanted to kind of follow those notes, you could start open A, 3rd on the A, 2nd on the D, and then 2nd on the G string. So it's kind of this A, C, E, A is kind of a little A minor, and it's really notes of the chord, actually, of the A minor chord. And then from there we go to the C major, and it's almost like you take the C and go A, D, G, B. It's kind of like a little broken chord idea. And then for the D minor, you could play open D, 3rd on the D, 2nd on the G string, and then 3rd on the B string. It's kind of a O, 3, 2, 3, or D, F, A, D. And then for the F, you could kind of do the 3rd fret on the A string. And this is kind of around the bar chord, actually. It's kind of like the F. But you do the A string, D string, G string, B string of that chord. Kind of 3, 3, 2, 1. And then for the G chord, it's almost like you play 2nd fret on the A string with the open D, G, B of the G chord. So you'd have the F, G. So you got the A minor, and then the C, 3, 2, 0, 1, and then the D minor, 0, 3, 2, 3, and then the F with the 3, 3, 2, 1, G with the 2, 0, 0, 0, if you wanted to kind of use those licks too. Now the weird part is to play along with T.A.T.u, instead of starting on a C major chord, we're starting on an E flat major chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 3rd fret, then now your C is really an E flat major, and your A minor is really a C minor chord, and the D minor is really an F minor chord, and your F major is really an A flat major, and your G is really an E flat major. But to take it from the very beginning, we've got kind of that intro around the C, and you can work the down idea through that, or the down, down, up, down, up idea through that, or you may want to play around with the chords kind of through that C. Or you could use the 16th pattern. This is C, so you want to find a way that works for you and then kind of run with it. And then from there, you'll kind of hear those licks come in. We were talking about that. Oh, 3, 2, 2. 3, 2, 0, 1, 0, 3, 2, 3, and then the 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 0, 0, 0, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 0, 1, 0, 3, 2, 3, and then the 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, 0, 0, 0. Or you could just strum through that, and you could have the A minor, C, to a song like this too is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, up, down, up, you can throw in a bass for the chord. So on the A minor, you'd have the A for the bass. On the C, you'd have the A for the bass. On the D minor, you'd have the D for the bass. And on the F bar, you'd have the boogie for the bass. On the F major 7, you'd have the D for a bass. Bass, down, up, down. And on the G, you'd have the boogie string for the bass. Bass, down, up, down, up. So we try to reverse chorus that way. You'd have A minor. To that, and you may want to play around with a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, or bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, or bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, can all be cool variations. So you have A minor, C, D minor, F, G, A minor, C. Other licks around these chords too, feel free to take it and kind of run with it and mix it up and kind of see what you can say with the song too. It's always kind of cool to kind of see what you can say with the song that way too. Basically repeating that till the end where it's this big A minor at the very, very end. But that's the basics of how you get strung through Don't Regret by t.A.T.u. So good luck!